Mom, why won't you let me watch the
Dexperience.
How are we doing, everybody? It's so good to see you all.
Hi, Dexters.
Hi.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, my name's Chef.
You're here with Dennis, me,
Logan.
Oliver. He already introduced
Chef.
himself.
or Harry, aka Harry.
Chef.
How are we all doing today, everyone?
I'm doing
Great.
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 Yeah, amazingly, like today, I had a lot of time to think. I had a lot of time
Dangerous.
to kind of,
You should never think.
because actually
You're
we
not
had
allowed
to.
free will.
We had like that last episode that we did, the Sabrina episode.
Fuck, what a mess.
Wow,
Um,
what an episode.
That was 2 weeks ago. Can you believe that?
We had
So
to-
we had to
break.
take a 2-week break.
Yeah. We had to have therapy sessions
Yeah.
together, group counseling.
Logan and Dennis lived together. They had to
Went
like
to talk
separate
to
for a
go to
while.
Yeah, I had
HR.
to go to
Yeah.
different cities.
Okay.
Just get away.
Yeah.
So I actually have a statement prepared.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh yeah, I forgot
Printed
about
something
this.
Are you running for president?
Is his name Kanye
in
West?
in a previous episode of the Dexperience, there were certain words that were said that were not true, and that I would like to redact. It was not in my intention to spread lies or deceit amongst the Dexters in the audience. It has always been my
Speak from the heart.
It's my
yes.
goal for the Dexperience and my part of the Dexperience to have an open, shared, honest, truthful experience, or a Dexperience, if you will.
Ah.
And
Name drop.
Oh,
I feel that I have let my Dexters down with my lies.
What about your fellow host?
And
Yeah, what about us?
as
Yeah.
well as my fellow hosts,
Thank
I
you.
have spread misinformation, and
Thank you.
I just want to say I'm sorry, and I just need to clear the air. In a previous episode of the Dexperience,
Man, I hope it's about the inflation fetish.
no,
It all comes back to that.
in a previous episode of the Dexperience, I said that
Here we go.
I had done my daily conniptions when I meant to say my daily ablutions, and I am sorry.
Wow.
I am
What?
so sorry.
Wow, that was a long walk for a short drink of water.
and I hope that we can find it in our hearts, in minds. I need to have some time taken away
All right,
to kind
take
of
him away
to
then.
grow
Are
and
you
become a
also-
better person. But ablutions is, of course, your ritual of washing, self-washing, and hygiene. And a conniption is
Sex.
no. What?
Isn't a conniption sex?
No.
What's a conniption?
A conniption is like, it's like a brain, like some sort of like a brain hemorrhage or something.
Conniptions sounds
It's
sexual.
like
It sounds a little sexual.
Dennis had his daily
What?
brain hemorrhage.
like me and Oliver
Makes sense.
had conniptions.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we were
Wait, you
having
did?
conniptions.
What?
That's hot.
So
Now the viewers will think
so yeah, this actually isn't a script. It's just
You also have.
it's just printer paper that was like
Were you
a
reading
connection.
off it?
What?
Do you also have an apology prepared for your overreaction to your?
And also, I would just like to say
Sabrina
Sabrina
argument?
is a boss ass bitch.
We never
and
said she
I'm not
wasn't!
taking it back.
We never said she
Okay.
wasn't.
Okay, how are we?
I'm also
Hi,
doing
Dennis.
good.
Yeah.
I didn't get to
Wow.
answer that.
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm good. I went away for 2 weeks to
You did.
visit
That's
family.
that's why we didn't record.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
That's
lots
the
of-
reason.
That was lots of fun.
Yeah.
I also went away. I went to South Island. I went to Queenstown
Yeah.
for the first time. Saw snow for the first time.
Lord of the Rings place.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings place. It was great. It was a good
Yeah.
time.
I mean, we also live in Wellington, which is also
Lord of the
near
Rings place.
Lord
All
the
of New
Rings
Zealand is
place.
Lord of the Rings place.
especially the North Shore.
Yeah.
With its beaches and sunshine.
Did you see any hobbits?
Hey, they used to
or-
film Shortland Street on the North
Yeah,
Shore,
well, they-
Waiheke Beach.
That's
Them parts
at
you
Waiheke
can-
Beach.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, cool.
Also, Wendy Wu.
Yeah,
Wendy
that was
Wu's
in
in
our
the
movie.
movie.
That was in our
That was in your
school.
movie. That was in your school,
I
right?
haven't seen
Yeah.
Wendy Wu. What's the?
I don't know the
it's like,
subtitle.
it's like Wendy Wu something.
High school.
Something,
High
yeah.
karate
School
master.
It was a
karate.
Disney movie.
Yeah.
It was
Or
filmed
something.
at Logan.
Yeah.
with Brenda
high school.
Wong, who plays London Tipton in A Sweet Life of Zack and
What
Cody.
is she up to now?
Wendy Wu sequel.
Brenda Song, right?
Oh, Brenda Song.
Yeah.
Yes. My apologies.
She
I
was
got it
great.
wrong.
Oh, she was in New Girl, which is what I was.
Was
she really a new
Just
girl?
for a
Was
few-
she London Tipton?
No, just for a few episodes.
She reprised the
She's like
character.
the Prindle.
Actually, did you?
F
didn't
for
they-
Fume.
Haven't they remade like A Sweet Life of Zack and Cody recently, or
Like
done
for
a sequel
Zoom or
recently?
something? They did the one where they
The
were on
cruise
deck.
ship?
Sweet
Yeah,
Life on
that's
Deck.
not recent,
Oh, that was
though.
years ago, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out
Yeah.
of touch.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hi.
I got a fun game for us today.
Oh,
Cool.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
but before the game, I
Oh.
have a present.
Ah, fun time.
For
me?
For what?
For me,
Why would you assume yourself?
because
Okay. Well, actually, I
it was
do.
my birthday.
Yeah, I was gonna say it did sound like you were halfway through.
did.
saying
I
it.
did. Oliver.
Ah.
Oh, he got you a
I
jacket.
didn't wrap it. Well, it's in here.
What is it?
Can you keep the
Okay.
jacket as well?
He's gonna
What
get
is
it.
So
this?
you just
I
have to
don't know
describe it.
I don't know what's going on.
It's in there.
So far we see an orange jacket.
It's something solid.
It's free wrapping paper. I think I already know
It's
what
not
it
an
is based
amiibo.
on me and
Oh,
Dennis.
it's
It's not an
It's a-
amiibo.
It's a little box.
Why do I? What's going on? What is this?
Oh!
It's a SpongeBob SquarePants nanoblock.
That's
Wait, is this
it.
actually for me?
Yeah.
Dennis,
Oh,
has,
that's
adorable.
Dennis has recently told me about his addiction to
I,
buying.
Yeah.
I have
nanobots.
gotten into nanoblocks.
Thank you, Dennis.
No
I'll
worries.
give you
I
a
will-
hug afterwards.
Okay.
Wow.
Why not
He
right
doesn't want to
now?
hug you on camera.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Kind of
Okay.
fans do.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Dennis.
It's adorable.
I'm a
What's
big
mine?
fan of SpongeBob. I don't think I've talked about
Yeah,
it.
we're
Yeah,
Say
what's mine?
We'll have to wait.
Why are you
On-
gifting Oliver on
Okay.
the podcast but no one else?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should have got everyone nanoblocks.
Well, I was considering it. Maybe next
Yeah.
episode.
Logan,
The-
You'll
I'll
have
get
to-
you a gift next episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a gift
Yeah,
next
man.
episode.
Let's do
Okay,
it, yeah.
fine. We'll all give gifts. We'll all be friends.
Everyone but me, because I already got mine. I'm out. This is amazing. Oh my
Oliver
gosh,
already
thank you.
profited from this
That's fine.
Yeah.
podcast, so he's gonna not be here.
I'll
Oh,
I'll
that's
see-
adorable.
see
That's so
Dixie.
nice of you, Dennis.
Yeah.
No worries.
Oh,
no
lovely.
worries.
All right, we'll hop into the.
performative displays of
Oh.
affection.
Oh, you can't
I
see our
guess.
tail. Just
Do you know? I think the reason why you got
Yeah.
Oliver a gift and not us two is because we're the ones who were fighting back on a Sabrina argument.
Probably, yeah.
I just like passively aggressively like just be like, oh look, Sabrina, the teenage witch, or whatever, something like that. No worries.
All right, we'll hop into the game
Okay.
now. So this is going to be a new game we haven't played on Dexperience yet.
Ooh,
So at
exciting.
work, I had quite a long and arduous day today, but I had a little bit of time to write some fun Pokemon poetry,
Yeah.
which is very appropriate for this episode because in this episode, Primeape Goes Bananas, we get the first Professor Oak's poem, which is amazing.
Ah, yeah.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, apparently it's a thing.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So for this game, I have 3 haikus written out.
I love haikus.
I'm going to read the haiku,
love
and then you
haikus.
guys will
I love
try and
haikus.
guess what the haiku is, what Pokemon the haiku is based on.
Okay.
Okay.
So for buzzers, can we all please get around at Pokemon noises? Logan?
Oh, I've never had to do this before. What's Mudkip's one?
Mudkip.
Mudkip.
Right.
That's me.
Logan, Oliver.
Logan Oliver.
Look, that's
Okay.
your ship name.
Mew.
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 Dennis?
Oh, I know. I'll be okay, tell me if you know this Pokemon.
That was so loud in my ears.
Sorry.
Sorry, listeners.
Who was that?
Victory Bell.
Is it just scream?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
just
that's
very
right.
Awful.
Okay, so the
Great.
only rule,
Don't-
I'll
only
try
rule
my
I
best.
have is let me finish the poem first before you cut it if you know
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if Dennis is screaming, you guys gotta be really loud. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, first one. I just realized how gross the first sentence
Oh,
is.
great.
Oh, fun.
Excellent.
Fun, very fun.
Big seagulls drizzle, making it rain for Swift Swim. Outspeed everything.
Mew.
Yes.
Pelipper.
Oliver got it right.
Yeah.
Because it's hidden. Oh,
Yeah,
no, it's
explain
normal.
explain why you
I
you
got it
that.
because I know that its ability is Drizzle, and which makes it rain. And then a lot of Pokemon have the ability Swift Swim, which is when it's raining, their speed doubles. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
So
There we go.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
So that's one to Oliver. Second one. A strong flail attack. Fight fearsome weak creature. Return strong once grown.
Ah!
Dennis.
Oh, it could be one of two things. A Magikarp.
That's correct.
Oh my gosh.
Ah,
It was like, it
nice.
could have been Phoebus as well.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
Totally. I was there.
What,
Okay.
what was your train of thought with that?
Well, I was just like, I think you prefer Magikarp over Phoebus.
No,
You do what?
I really like Milotic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Phoebus is a little
in
ugly
the
fish.
third generation of Pokemon, like Magikarp,
Mhm.
obviously they kind of did the same kind of gimmick where there's a real crappy another fish Pokemon, but then that evolves into this like beautiful like serpent kind of Pokemon. Yeah, well, like Magikarp is crap, and then evolves into
Mhm.
Gyarados, which is like this big
Mm.
ferocious. Yeah,
This
Oh,
last
same.
one,
Okay.
is quite obvious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is one that all you three you should get instantly.
hope Logan gets it. And we all win.
Yeah, because I haven't got a tiebreaker.
Yeah, 'cause-
I'm afraid.
we all win then.
Sing the lullaby
Oh.
of winter songbirds sleep tight. Inflate, float away.
Ah.
Logan.
Jigglypuff.
Yes.
Hey, we all win.
Oh.
Everybody
I got
wins.
the last one, so actually,
That
I
is
Actually,
right.
I will search one up quickly.
Yeah. Oh, you can,
For a
can you make
tiebreaker.
one
make
up.
one up on the right now.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
now.
I
make one up.
can't. I need time. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I apologize.
Okay.
Let me make. I got one.
I didn't know that Pokemon poems were like a
Well,
thing.
it's similar because remember in the first episode I did the Pokemon riddles.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
similar. Bringing it back to episode 1, True Dex is
True
Yeah.
Dex is out there.
You-
You'll know the Pokemon riddles.
You're the OG. Remember when
OG.
we did all that stuff? We had to do stuff on Zoom that time.
back
like,
in Zoom. Well,
'cause,
Oh,
like,
Ooh, okay. I
Well,
found
half
I found a
percent.
good one online, but it's not to do with Pokemon.
Okay.
Oh.
But it's in another Nintendo franchise.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
that's
sure.
acceptable.
Okay.
I accept
All
that.
right,
I accept
let's
that.
So this will be a fun tiebreaker.
it's like an Italian plumber.
And remember,
Luigi.
don't no
Stop
cutting off.
believing.
yeah.
No, and don't stop believing.
Yeah.
The hero of time, walls are melting between worlds. Grab that master sword.
Yeah.
That was Dennis.
Link.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a real character.
Yeah.
I'm Link is not a character.
No,
Yeah,
No,
said,
he gets it.
No, he said
no.
You
Link.
can't. What?
Yeah, he wins. He wins.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Lonk.
Is
Lonky dude.
Lonky
Look,
doodah.
you don't go to like you don't like go on the
Okay,
Who
and
Wants to Be a
I'm doing a
Millionaire.
spelling bee, and I go, then they're gonna think I used the word.
The letter
Yeah, the letter
Everyone knows it.
I do need to say with those poems, only one of those I read completely from myself, which was the Jigglypuff one. Very proud of it. The other two I did find online and kind of adapted a little bit to make it a little bit less obvious.
We should have a
okay.
competition next
A poetry
time.
competition.
and
A
I'll
poetry-
point out
ooh, a
who
poetry
can write the best
competition.
Yeah.
Pokemon haiku.
It'll be like the pickup lines we wrote. It's like
Oh,
who did
yeah.
the best pickup line?
Hey,
Yeah,
we
we should
can
do that.
Excellent.
Like there once was a Mudbray from Kanto.
It's
But
not a
it's not
haiku.
from Kanto. It's from Alola.
Mudbray.
It was that particular one was. Anyway,
Actually, do you think they
Got
do
him.
that? Like, if they made a new game in Kanto,
Yeah.
you'd have
I
Pokemon
hope
from
so.
different regions in there?
probably. I mean, they did that for Gold and Silver.
I
After
did
you
it
beat
with Let's
the Elite.
Go.
Yeah, after you beat the Elite Four, you can unlock new Pokemon. I don't
think
think
what-
for Let's Go because you couldn't
No,
like.
Let's Go. It's a remake of Kanto. There was no new Pokemon. It was just a 1-5.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
good
no, but I mean,
example
like,
is
If they remade Kanto, would they put new Pokemon?
there
Yeah,
was
they
there was
did it and they
games
haven't with Let's Go.
Oh, okay.
there was games called Black and White. And they had a sequel which was set 2 years later. And in the sequel, they had said that Pokemon had migrated to the regions,
it's pretty
other
cool.
regions, and they had other Pokemon in it
It's
that
done.
weren't previously in the same
Because
routes.
the original Black and White was just all new Pokemon.
Yeah,
There
it was
no
only all new
first game to have all
Pokemon.
new Pokemon.
Yeah, very good. I love those games. They're very
Oh,
good.
cool.
Such good games.
They probably won't do that again because there's just too many Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so
I wish
hard.
they would because it worked out well.
Just keep on doing new forms. It's the
There's
way
just
to go.
so many, and like a lot of it is like doubling up, which is probably why Pidgeot's not there.
Should we jump into Primeape
Primeape
Goes
Goes
Bananas?
Bananas.
Massive legend here.
Did you also say bananas?
I,
Luke?
did, I said
Yeah.
bananas.
Ah, well, I said
Oh,
bananas.
oh.
What did you say, Dennis?
Wow,
I
Dennis.
was the only one that said
Nah.
bananas.
Okay, Dennis,
okay.
do you want to
So-
give us with that recap?
Yeah. So this episode, Primeape
Brought to you by
goes
Raid Shadow Legends.
Primeape goes bananas.
Story time with Dennis.
Do 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 do.
It's just
Uh,
you stole
Mario.
Mario.
We're gonna get sued.
In this episode, a lot of things happen in it, and
Oh.
yet not a lot of things happen in it.
That's the best way to describe.
So-
That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, we come up. Oaks. I think what is it? My notes aren't really very clear.
We should
Um,
also say this is episode 24 in the
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah, episode 24. Primeape goes bananas.
Bananas.
Ash is manages to talk to Oak, and then he gets kind of like shamed a little bit because like all of the other trainers from Pallet Town are like way ahead, and Gary particularly has like 30 Pokemon, and Ash has like what, like a 6 or 7 or something.
7.
And so everyone else has 5 badges, and Ash only has 4 badges. So Ash is kind of feeling bad, which I feel like, you know, that's the thing that we all have to kind of. Well, okay, I'll get back into.
Yeah, we can expand on that later.
Yeah. Oak the poet. We see the debut of Oak the poet, and he's like quite like a philosophical man that does poetry. And everyone's like eating donuts and throwing donuts around, and they're very obviously rice balls or onigiri. And let's see what else happened. Okay, so the trio, they're on their way to Celadon. What are you guys doing?
Looking at me,
Let me see.
Dad.
Would you like to share with the class? I'm trying
We
to.
were just looking like, it was like, you just got freaking banana.
Us saying banana reminded me of
Okay.
that. Sorry. We can have an image of it up in the corner.
why not?
I need you all to like write like 10 lines.
On
10
the
lines
whiteboard.
after class. Okay, so
Fuck, we bought
the
some.
trio are on their way to not Pallet
Do you
Town, sorry.
want to buy some?
They're on their way to
Eat my shorts.
they're on their way to
Fuck
Celadon
boxes.
City. They're on their way to Celadon City, and it's about a day's away. And then we cut to Team Rocket, who are also like planning on like stealing Pikachu as they usually are. And then the trio come across a Mankey, and Ash tries to catch it, and that really pisses off the Mankey. And it starts chasing them, and there's a lot of chasing. Things are what?
You're saying man key.
Yeah, I heard that
What?
too. I was gonna
It's man key.
You're like man key.
Man key.
What?
It's man key.
Mankey.
Yeah.
You're saying man key.
It's not a masculine key. It is a
What? No, Mankey.
Man key.
Mankey.
Man key.
Mankey.
There you go.
Mankey.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
You
am
got it.
saying it.
It's like hanky,
yeah.
yeah.
but man key.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr.
There's
Man.
too much of a pause.
Okay, so Monkey.
Mon-
Come
Monkey.
on! When did we say that?
Man key.
Monkey.
No, what? No,
You're just saying monkey
completely
now.
changed it. No.
Look, so
I'm interested to see what you say.
I'm
Primeape
trying to
says.
do the episode recap. Please
keep
leave
going.
notes till the end, please. Please give like show notes to the end.
Now we know you don't like that. Then.
Yeah, do show notes.
That was a
on the
very
last-
inside
Oh,
joke.
what an inside joke. Monkey is pressed and annoyed and starts chasing them. There's a lot of comedic hijinks, lots of slapstick, which is really fun. They come across Team Rocket. Mankey beats them up as well.
Steal Ash's hat. As
Oh yeah, Mankey steals Ash's hat, which was a special hat that he had to like enter a mail-in competition for, like a raffle, and he's worked very hard to get that hat.
Sent in like a million postcards.
Yeah, in the words
Amazing.
of Ash. And so they come across Team Rocket, and then I think James kicks Mankey, and that really annoys Monkey.
I
And
can't hear it now.
James kicks Monkey.
It's not mod. It's man.
Mankey.
Man, not mod.
It's hanky, but with an M.
Look, this is like 20 years of learned pronunciation. Okay, I can't unlearn. That's how I've always said it.
Well, you're wrong, Dennis.
So Monkey evolves out of spite.
Sorry, you just straight up said monkey.
He's like, the monkey. I don't know. I didn't see the episode. He's like,
Monkey evolves out of spite and evolves into Primeape.
no!
That was intentional.
No,
No way, that was not intentional.
Primeape. You do not. They didn't
No
even
one
say
says
that in the
Primeape.
show.
Primeape.
No one says that.
Dennis, you're lying.
Okay. So Primeape.
No.
Hey, that's
That
just
was
him
an
being
Australian
Australian.
accent.
Yeah, that's just
Okay.
him being him.
So
his
Primeape
unfortunate self.
evolves, and he seems like he's super buff and intimidating. He's got like metal bangles, and I feel like he could have like had like a fighting steel Galarian form or something. That would have been cool.
Ooh, that'd be sick.
And so basically, Primeape yeets Jesse, and Jesse like gets really annoyed.
Because that bitch is empty.
And apparently, Primeape operates on Enderman rules, so you can't look it in the eye. And so Brock thinks that the Primeape just wants attention, and then he kind of like he tries to like change the Primeape by like being like, you can trust me. But then Primeape beats up Brock. Primeape beats up a lot of people. Primeape is a very violent
Yes.
Pokemon.
Very sexually
You could
repressed.
say that he goes bananas.
Yeah. And like
And Ash still wants to catch it.
Ash, Ash, like thinking about like all that stuff with Oak and about how he's behind, he decides that now's the time to step up to the plate and catch Primeape. So he sends out Squirtle, is not very effective, and he sends up Bulbasaur, is not very effective, and then he sends up Charmander, and at first it's not very effective, but then Charmander's special ability kicks in, like a Proto Blaze, and
Charmander learns to move Rage.
yeah.
Oh.
But like in the way that it operates in the anime, it's kind of like
Bit him. He didn't.
it kind of
Doesn't
operates
rage.
like how like a power up like a ability.
We can discuss this later.
Yeah. So like Ash
We can
throws
ash this out.
Ash
Ash this out.
Ash throws so Charmander, which is powered up now from its rage, knocks out Primeape, and Ash throws a Pokeball.
It doesn't knock out Primeape.
Oh well, he
It
weakens.
just kind of gets angry.
Oh yeah, he weakens
More
it,
angry.
and in this whole thing, Primeape has in possession Ash's hat, and in the just split second before Primeape gets like burnt up with flames, Pikachu like jumps over and snatches the hat off, so it's not burnt to cinders. And Ash catches it, and he unleashes Primeape on Team Rocket and sends him blasting off. And then Primeape gives Ash a black eye.
Wow.
And so in all that hubbub, they find out that since they were being chased by Primeape, they were way closer to Celadon City, and they head there.
How fortunate.
And we will see what happens next in Pokemon Sensation.
That's
to
the
be
Dexperience
continued.
podcast.
Oh my god.
Thank you
So,
for listening.
So
I
thanks
have,
for
I have a
listening.
question to ask you guys.
Yes.
Mhm.
Actually, just Dennis. So,
Well, I do want to quickly just apologize for our behavior in that wrap up there, Dennis.
No, it's fine. It's
no, but
fine.
Dennis is
But it was
for
funny.
saying,
Yeah.
thank you, Ron.
Monkey. I don't know how to say it now.
Man, key.
Dennis,
Okay, yeah.
Brock suggests
Yeah.
that Mankey just wants attention,
Monkey.
and that's why he stole Ash's hat. And I know for a fact that you've recently stolen Oliver's.
You
And
have.
That's true.
I did.
Are you just looking for their attention, Dennis?
Wow.
I have Oliver's
That's
hat
my
right here,
beanie.
and Harry's hat is
Somewhere over there.
I think. Or it might be here.
Care to comment, Dennis?
What am I? That's a hand. That's a hand. Knitted beanie. That.
Oh,
From-
really?
yeah. Well, my dad is a
You-
caretaker and one of the people he works for.
Oh, all of us should probably
they-
have
they
that.
feel like I
back.
should
Dennis,
give it
stop!
back.
Yeah.
That's quite
Dennis
sentimental.
Well,
stole it.
Dennis
I'll
has
give
had
it
for
back.
what, like a month now?
You
Yeah.
can. You can have it. You can take it back.
Mine was a $5 hat from Kmart. You can keep it.
Yeah,
So
I've never seen you wear a snapback, Gary. But apparently, you don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
I
I have a
too.
lot of hats from people. Like
that you just stole.
I have-
I've stolen a lot of hats.
that hat was from a friend of mine. That
Oh, yeah, that one you wear all the
snow
time.
hat.
The hat,
Yeah.
the hat off screen.
Keeps
And
me
actually,
very
that
warm.
yellow one was a gift.
Yeah, so I have a lot of hats.
In one of my like early interactions with you, Dennis, I
Yeah.
complimented you on your hat. We were walking down the street, and I
Oh, yeah.
complimented
Was it a hat? I
Dennis.
thought it was
It was
like a
my,
beanie.
It was like my orange beanie.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
and I
right.
complimented Dennis,
Yeah.
and then Dennis is like, "Oh, you can have it," and I was like, "What? I don't want to like take your
That's
hat."
like-
and then you got offended.
That's
and I
my
wouldn't
love.
Take it.
That's my love language. Hats.
It's weird.
No, I was like, it's really
Dennis has
nice. I
invented
don't want
what,
to take
like
it
a
off
sick
you.
love language or something.
It's
that's-
like
that's
no,
interesting.
it's like if you're friends, you exchange hats, right?
Yeah.
You just exchange hats.
Only if your head's clean. I don't want
If
knitted-
you're friends,
knitted
you
fan
should.
hat.
And
I have
you
another
know-
question for you guys.
Oh, go.
So when
Go.
Oak is drinking tea, just because it's not really much to talk about this episode, when
Joker.
Oak is
Joker.
drinking tea, he
Mm.
makes it like noise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys make that noise?
Ah,
You take
it's just like
actually,
a-
I think we all have drinks in front of us. Have you guys made that noise when you take a sip? Like when you take a sip, do you just go like?
I mean,
No.
Well, I don't drink tea.
No,
actually,
but like any drink, like
I know, like if
Yeah.
you're like an, like actually, I know certain older people drink. Like my grandpa used to do
People
that. I
your
think.
age.
My grandpa used to do that. He'd like drink and be like, he'd like sip and be like,
Yeah.
like afterwards.
It's kind of situational, I think.
Yeah.
Because like after like a really long day, you have a nice hot cup of tea.
Yeah.
You take that sip, and it's like the first sign of relaxing. I think it just subconsciously happens.
Yeah.
But I never intentionally will make a noise.
I
like
do
that.
it. I'll do it with like a really good beer. If I'm at like somewhere and I'm drinking like a really nice beer, I'll be like, ah. I'll be like, ah.
It's
solid
like
beer.
it's
Yeah,
like
with a voice.
it's like food appreciation noises. Actually,
I do it with
in
food a lot as
primary
well.
school, I used to make a lot of moaning noises when I ate food and like lunch
Why
and stuff.
moaning?
And
You
then
didn't have to say
like-
moaning.
And then a friend, and then like a classmate was like, "Can you stop?"
As though like you're just eating a sandwich, like.
Could you
Yeah,
could you
yeah.
demonstrate, Dennis?
I mean, like, just to show appreciation of it.
Oh,
I was
cheese
just
and
like,
onion.
I guess
ah.
that's a
that's
bit like
nice.
slurping when you're drinking. Or something.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
there's a difference, like a full-on
Oh my
sexual
gosh.
moan
That's
compared
like-
to a
But-
slurp of
No,
noodles.
but nowadays though, slurping is like made sexual.
Is it?
Yeah,
What?
isn't it? Like
No.
like people do that
I
like
don't-
inappropriately.
Yeah,
I don't
true.
You're not wrong.
True.
What?
We have a
I think
friend
people
who's
do
very
that, but
good
I
at
think
We have a really do we?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
I think you're thinking.
Yeah.
Well, when people do that as like a sexual joke, I think they're meaning to do it as in terms of like licking. Like no one like
Licking?
no
What
like
do
no
you
one's
mean by-
slurp.
That's like a blowjob.
Yeah, it's sucking.
Oh my
man.
god.
It's
Okay.
sucking,
That's
man.
just
We're
that's
getting
just
we're
great.
we're really pushing against our PG rating.
We fucking stopped with the PG
so-
rated ages ago.
You know, I enjoyed.
No, we get like
13.
I
13
enjoyed
jokes.
the sushi donuts.
Yeah, I be too.
Oh
I
my
It's not
gosh.
like Americans
It's
wouldn't
just
know
so
what sushi
obnoxious.
was.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this was the '90s, so they wouldn't have as much.
It would just be hidden in the shores.
Still.
Yeah.
But the fact that they kept calling these things that were obviously not
So
donuts.
many
Yeah.
times. What I don't get is like when,
It was-
when you dub over anime, you have to like watch along
Yeah.
to lip sync with it. You can tell it's not a damn donut. Why
Yeah.
are they so
Well,
insistent
that's like
on it?
they were like trying to localize it, right?
They could have
Change the
reanimated. They could have
animation.
reanimated it.
Just call it rice balls.
Surely an
Yeah,
intern
it
could
looked a
have.
bit
Yeah.
like I think it was probably like what like fish sushi, which is how it was like.
No,
slightly
well, it's
red.
onigiri, which is a rice ball, which is like a clamped piece of rice with maybe some other things mixed
No,
into
but it
it.
had seaweed on it.
Yeah, and
it
then
can
seaweed
be,
wrapped.
onigiri can be sweet as well.
So what you do is you hold it by the seaweed as like kind of a wrapper, and then
Yeah.
you bite it, and then you
Yum.
eat the seaweed.
Can we get some?
It's
It's-
a rice sandwich.
Well, I think you hold it. Anyway, it's like salted rice, kind of. It's pretty good. I haven't. Yeah.
Oliver hasn't had dinner, so it's
I
fine.
haven't had
Yeah.
dinner yet.
Um, And it's like that's an interesting topic though to deal with localization. I think like actually
Yeah.
there was like another thing where they do edit it so that it does look kind of like donuts.
I'm intrigued as well.
I think
because
later-
they,
Some
they
point,
call
yeah.
it jelly donuts as well, and
Yeah.
there's a shot of one of the onigiri with a red inside. So they've clearly gone that far enough to be like, oh, okay, we'll call them jelly filler because there's a red inside.
Well, no,
Just-
yeah, well that was the onigiri.
It was still onigiri,
has,
but it
like,
was
stuff in it,
bitten
yeah.
out and it was a red inside. You just
Yeah.
call it a rice bowl.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, it was probably because they were like, well, a lot of the Western, like America in particular,
American kids don't eat rice.
yeah, they don't have like they wouldn't know
That's-
what that was.
We're like that shouldn't.
McDonald's fries. And
It's
that's it.
such a little like insignificant
And that's
thing
how
that
like,
it shouldn't
people
matter.
learn what
Yeah, that's what you
foods are.
learn. The kid would be like, "Oh, what's that?" And the
Well,
parent would
you
be
know-
like,
Be
"Oh,
like,
probably."
oh, that's that.
You know,
Yeah.
like kudos to them. Like it took me ages to kind of click together that Pokemon was a Japanese anime.
Really?
Like I
Well,
just
when like you were growing up.
yeah, when I was
Yeah,
growing
well,
up,
Same
Yeah.
as well. I'd
You
say,
just think
yeah.
it's.
I just
yeah.
thought it was like, oh, there's a thing that
Yeah.
was like I don't know, made in some sort of universal.
I always thought it was like a four
release thing.
kids show because
Yeah.
it's dubbed by
Right.
four kids. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And like it was just English.
Same
so
with Yu-Gi-Oh as well.
I think even like
Makes
Yu-Gi-Oh
sense.
sometimes.
Dragon Ball and stuff as well. Well, actually, Dragon Ball is kind of I kind of felt that it
Yeah.
was on some level like
You had a
Not an
spiritual
American.
connection. Man, I love Dragon Ball.
yeah.
I knew about manga very early on. It's like I always knew it had a
Manga,
Japanese
isn't it?
manga
You said
affiliation.
manga.
Manga.
Monkey.
Mongi.
No, sorry,
Manga.
It's, it's
Feel free to
manky.
Manga.
feel free to educate me. How is it meant to be?
Manga.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
And
Manga.
okay, and it's if you're gonna say anime, it would be anime. Like because it's like short for animation.
Eddie!
So it's
I
short for
have-
animation.
yeah.
So you just say anime.
I have
He's
heard.
not
Correct.
nerdy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If any of you guys know, but
Yeah.
like,
Were you being offensive?
Oh my gosh, no, he was doing Jar Jar.
So,
Okay.
Jar Jar Binks.
wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I was to like pronounce Japanese words like correctly how they're meant to be sound, it would like it would come off in a way. It's kind of like how a racist person would try to speak Japanese,
What?
but that is how it's like
No.
kind of meant to
No,
be.
because
When I was
I've
learning
heard
Japanese,
that
we were
from
always
somewhere.
told to accentuate properly.
Yeah,
It's
kinda
probably
meant to
more
be like-
offensive being lazy about it.
right.
it's like
Yeah.
if you're gonna say like like a lot of when Pokemon first came out, they were oh the Pokemon I don't even know how because I'm used to saying
You
it right.
sounded like all
Like
like the
Pokemon.
side characters in Pokemon just
Like
then.
what?
Pokemon!
All the American characters.
Damien!
Pokemon.
Oh, I hate Damien.
Actually, Pokemon is probably more close to how it would be pronounced in Japanese.
Oh, Bucket Monster!
Yeah, they go like
Yeah.
Poketo Monsuta.
Yeah.
But but Americans would be like
Pokemon.
Pokemon or Pokemon.
I just meant like you meant to like exaggerate.
You want to hear a good joke?
heaps,
Yeah.
I think.
Is
Do
it?
you want to hear a good joke?
Is it?
How'd you get Pikachu on a bus?
How?
You Pokemon.
I already knew what it
Yeah,
was.
I've
I've
heard
actually
that
I thought you were
before.
gonna say something dirty.
I've got the Dennis level of conversation.
Oh no, that's not
What?
good.
What do you mean by
It's gonna
that?
be
Do you-
gross
Here
and
we go.
sexual.
What do you
No, no,
mean?
no, all
Wait,
just
what do you mean
relationship-
when you said a Dennis level
Like
of
as if trading your
conversation?
Butterfree for Eradicate is like losing your virginity.
Yeah,
That's
it's
probably
actually
what.
on
Like
that
like
level.
inflation
you guys
fetishes.
All
say-
right, okay. That's
Doing your
fine.
That
ablutions.
Mankey and Ash have an abusive relationship because
Yes,
Mankey hits like Ash and stuff, but then Ash still wants him.
he gets
Right.
like a black eye.
True.
Yeah.
Well, that like breeds into the whole thing where he's like comparing himself to others, and I guess you could argue that that's like
And it's like in relationships,
It's
you want
like-
to stay
yeah.
in there.
you don't want to put yourself in a position where like you kind of put yourself in a dangerous situation just because you feel like you have to like be in a relationship or have a job or
Right.
like, or something that puts you in that kind of situation. Like
Yeah.
Ash should get rid of Primeape
Right, because
because it's
yeah.
like it's,
But he this thing hits him, abuses him, steals from
he
him.
pushes away all the people
and
close
like
to him.
he still Ash
Yeah.
still wants him.
like you could extract the idea that to like be a Pokemon master, you have to like be abused. Like that's
What?
the only way. No, because
No.
if you need to catch a Primeape,
No,
you
because
have
that's
to like
oh, you could say that maybe is what Ash is thinking.
yeah.
To catch a Primeape, you don't have to be abused. You could just go like.
Yeah, but
Pokemon.
that's a show to catch a Primeape.
I want to combat that point, but I just can't.
To be a Pokemon master, you have to.
No. The primate is just abusive towards Ash
Yeah.
because, like, yeah, he steals his hat, wants to keep it, and then
You're kind of a dick.
when Ash wants it back, he pushes him out of a tree.
Yeah.
That hat thing is one of. I think that's like one of the most. Was that real? Like, was that an actual promotion?
Ah,
No,
dude, I don't
no.
know.
No,
Because
it
like
wasn't.
the way they were pushing it,
yeah, made
I
it
was
seem
like, are they actually trying to
It was-
sell this hat right now? They kept being like, "Oh my god, that's limited edition."
mean,
Wow.
And they
maybe.
said, wait,
get it quick.
They
should.
said the word official
Yeah.
one too many times
Yeah.
to be comfortable.
Like,
Uh-huh.
official Nintendo products
I
are
think
very expensive.
they just wanted to
Yeah.
highlight maybe it's the MacGuffin of the episode. It was the reason that
Little
Ash should
MacGuffin.
chase. Thank you.
What does that mean? I haven't
well,
heard, I haven't heard that.
MacGuffin is a thing in a story or plot that drives the action forward. So it's like
Right.
Infinity Stones is a
Yeah.
good example. Like
It
it's
does have
just,
to be a physical object.
yeah, and it might have a point or it might have a use, but it's like the characters want it, and it helps drive the plot. So like,
Interesting.
so if Primeape hadn't had taken the hat, then Ash wouldn't have had a reason to like chase after the Primeape.
This is like one of the more simpler
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, it was,
Make
You can't
steal
tell. There isn't
Ash's
much we can
hat.
really talk about it.
Ash
Yeah, yeah.
catches Mankey.
Yeah.
Ash gets hat back. That's the whole
Yeah.
episode.
yeah, it was very like slapstick, almost like kind of like Looney Tunes esque, like with
Yeah.
all the way like comedic
What are your fun facts?
violence.
I want to say how much in this episode Brock reminded me of you, Dennis.
Oh,
Specifically this episode.
that's so
Wow,
that's
really?
so kind.
Well, not for kind reason.
What?
Dennis is,
Would
has
you
a
care?
shock.
I
Would you?
will.
Would you care to elaborate, please? Because I would like to know what you mean.
Wait a minute.
Oh my.
He was like, with the way he was treated in Primeape and Mankey, he was just quite like to the point and docile about it. Like he wasn't thinking about the consequences. Like, and I mean that in a good way. Like,
Thank
because if you want to do something, you just do it, and I totally respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if like the reasoning behind it doesn't make much sense.
Uh huh.
I just like how,
Okay,
I just
no.
like how his speech was like, oh boy, I do love these jelly donuts. Like that's your humor as well.
No, I see that. I mean, I guess I do.
And you've always been the father figure to us,
And I've been the most
Aw.
brown of the group, so
There you go. There you go.
there we go.
What?
I
He is the
guess.
diversity.
I'm the most tan of the group, you'd say.
Well, yeah, I am from.
Yeah, like
I'm
I'm
from the
looking
I'm
at
from
you
the
three, and
Bronx.
it's like Snow White's
I'm
over
getting
here.
there in color, but through tattoos.
Yeah.
Logan, you said you had a fun fact. I heard you trying to.
No, I just want to say, like, this is, I think, the first time that we've heard Team Rocket say, blasting off again.
Mm.
And then they
blast-
reappear.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, right, yeah,
Because
yeah,
they
yeah,
say
yeah.
blasting off again when Mankey first beats them up, and then, like, 2 shots later, they're digging a hole.
True.
Fun fact.
Oh,
yeah.
And then they don't say
Is
it
it?
again.
Weird.
That's a fun fact.
Is it
After-
a fun fact?
After Primeape makes them blast off again, and they land into like a pile of other primates.
Do they?
What would that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
there
I
in the
must
episode.
have not paid
What would you call like a big group, a collective of primates? Like I would call them a bushel.
Policeman.
A
A
policeman.
Just a political joke for you right there.
What?
Because they're abusive.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
it's a thing.
Nice. Nice.
Just some politics for
Maybe
you, just edgy.
I'm just edgy.
I am just edgy.
I enjoy a bushel. Maybe
a
I
bushel
enjoy
like a pride of primates.
yeah,
Yeah.
pride.
Yeah.
Like
a pride of
lions?
primates.
A gang,
Oh,
a gang,
a gang
A
of
gang,
primates.
Yeah,
because
gang
they're
of primates.
fighters.
They're not really like a gang
squad?
though,
squad.
because they're
Very
just like
supportive.
pure rage.
A herd.
There's no.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you hear?
Mankey.
Mankey.
I'm gonna
Monkey.
go with either pride or bushel.
Yeah.
What is bushel?
Well,
come
bushel
from?
makes me
It's- I
think
don't know
of
where it's come
like
from.
genital hair when you say bushel.
I would not describe my genital hair
As
as
bushel.
bushel.
I'm a
Dennis.
I look after.
I like how you were like, oh, we're going away from our PG
Hey,
rating.
everyone has genital hair.
But I would never
if you're of
describe
age.
anyone's hair as bushel because that means bushel means like multiple clumps of things. You only have one.
Wow,
clump
Dennis does
of-
think we have 3 balls.
Okay.
So Dennis does think.
Okay.
This episode is riddled with inside jokes.
Everyone. In case you're not listening, we were just talking one time, and then I said, because of your 3 balls, because you do have 3 balls. You have 1, 2, 3.
Dennis counts your. I don't even know what you'd call it.
Your penis.
Your penis. You can say
Yeah, your penis.
The penis
like,
is a
actual,
ball.
just like
It's
the
a ball.
The tube part of
Yeah.
like your penis and balls. So the actual penis. Dennis counts
As
the
a
penis.
ball.
Because,
and the
like,
balls.
listen, when you get hit in
Yeah,
the
when
balls,
you say you get hit in the balls, it's because the balls is the part
balls
that
are the
hurt
sensitive
it.
okay,
part.
but when I say that, you just you remember.
I'm
you know
imagining
that.
someone's balls being hit, not their penis.
It's okay if you get hit in the balls, you get hit through.
This is not
the
an
penis
appropriate
as well.
conversation.
Is this the first R-rated episode of Dexperience?
It might need to be.
This everyone has
Yeah, this is a
Everyone has balls.
like half the
You
world
should have
has.
heard Dennis's explanation.
Yeah,
last
would we
night.
have-
I,
Oh
we
my
won't go
God,
into
we're
it.
not
We're
talking
putting
about.
the toilet
Okay,
seat up
let's
and
go.
down. It was so bad.
I'll hear it after.
Anyway,
You can, if
As
you
you-
want to know, you can email us.
As you can tell, listeners, there wasn't
we're
really much
like
in this
really like
episode.
spinning the wheels.
Yeah.
Here. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Because
like
it
think of
isn't that
things.
much.
There really is
There,
not much.
there was like.
Yeah.
It's funny because a lot of on the forums people were like, oh, like
oh,
this
on the
episode-
farms. Oh, on the farms.
Back in the bar.
You okay, tick
in the farm.
tick your bingo sheet, everybody. Okay.
For those that want to know.
Actually, we probably would have because Dennis always says on the forums.
Yeah,
I
we
think
could
I
have a bingo
always
sheet.
say like
Yeah.
fun
Oh my
facts.
God.
Yeah.
could do a
Oliver has
bingo.
like a. We could probably. There's probably
And Harry curses.
I curse.
I got
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I do
Anyway.
I do my shout outs at the end of the episode.
Yeah. So, on the forums,
You have to say it like an old man. Actually. Like, on the forums.
I should-
are we
I
done?
was a
Are
young
we done?
we were just rewatching the recent episode that came out, which at the time is the
We like
second
to watch
Saint Dan
ourselves.
episodes.
Yes.
And that's when we realized how much Dennis says on the farms. So we've now started
Yeah.
adopting this.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
It's a celebration.
Yeah, it's a
Dennis.
celebration.
No, no,
It's-
it's fine. I feel great.
You can pick on us. It's okay.
I do.
Yeah.
On the
That's
forum,
rude.
I feel hurt.
Yeah, why do you pick on us? Well, that's a bit mean.
Fuck, dude.
So, Dennis, as you were saying, on
What happened on the forums?
forums.
I don't know if you want to know now.
No,
We do.
actually,
Okay,
really-
so
we
on
really
the
do.
forums,
We need to talk
people
about
used
something.
to complain. They'd be like, "Oh, this episode was filler," and
It
like,
is filler.
yeah, I would say
no,
that.
this wasn't filler because Ash
Yeah.
caught Primeape, so it actually
Yeah, it's an
you,
important
You wouldn't.
episode.
you need to have watched it. But
Oh, actually, I have a question.
okay,
So,
so do you want to
when-
let Dennis finish his point
yeah,
first?
do you wanna
Yeah,
finish
yeah.
that?
what this kind of goes
No.
because like he catch, but Dennis's point I think was just that he catches Primeape.
Well,
which
my
makes it
point
not
was
filler.
that like filler and not filler doesn't like dictate the quality of the episode.
Oh, definitely.
sure.
Some of the best episodes.
Yeah.
are,
Have been filler episodes.
filler,
Yeah,
but like
That's
Yeah.
true.
same with
I
albums.
think like so when Ash caught Krabby,
Cookie.
'Cause
Oh,
that
yeah, I
was
was
his
gonna say
seventh Pokemon.
Yeah,
It went straight to Oak,
Yes.
but
but
Released
this one,
Butterfree,
this one he keeps.
because
Well, 'cause he gave away
Butterfree was
Butterfree.
released.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A question as well: when you was fighting
I
Primeape,
forgot-
why didn't
oh,
you
that
use
was such a
Pidgeotto?
sad episode.
Yeah, flying type.
Flying type super effectively against a fighting type. Why didn't you
I
use
don't know.
Pidgeotto?
Is
Like,
Mankey
'cause-
fighting?
Yes.
I always thought he was
Yes.
like
Fighting.
Crab.
I don't know. I think
Fighting.
well, you wouldn't want to like go close combat with the.
But it's no, but
I
it's
sounded
it's
like
the
weird.
type.
No,
it's
'cause
the
he's
type
combat.
advantage.
Pidgeotto would just use
Flying type gust.
like,
Wing
Gust.
attack.
Yeah,
Just
but-
stay in the sky and mess it up.
This is
It's
my
just
Gust.
It's
Hey,
the-
like if you have like a human
the chicken
fighting
dance.
like a hawk, who wins?
Who? Sorry.
A human fighting a hawk.
Probably the
Like,
human
generally
because
the
we're
human.
smarter.
Yeah, but then like you have a human against like a lighter.
A lighter?
Or
like
not a lighter, but like a
A salamander
a
that
salamander,
Charmander is.
yeah.
The human would also win.
Oh my god!
I
No, if
honestly
it came at
thought-
you, you'd be like, ah!
I honestly
If
thought.
if a bird flew in my bedroom as well, I'd do the same.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, but
You've had
birds
that
coming
experience.
at you is like the scariest
So
thing.
terrifying.
Yeah.
There's a reason
I
there's a
thought
movie about it.
when they did that because they do that close up of
damn it.
Charmander's tail
Yeah.
when he's getting beaten up by Mankey, and it's like obviously we know like his tail goes bigger because he learned. Is it rage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, Lens
I
Rage.
honestly thought his tail was about to like.
I thought it was going to evolve.
I'm not. I almost thought he was gonna just like extinguish,
Uh-huh.
and then when it wasn't extinguishing, I was like, oh my god, Charmander's evolving.
Yeah, I thought he was
No,
going to
I thought that as
evolve.
well.
I was so excited. I was
That
like,
would have been
yes!
interesting.
Yeah, 'cause I was like that would because
Uh-huh.
that would have made this episode. I think
Yeah, that would have been great.
like I would have been shocked if we
Yeah.
saw
Charmeleon.
Charmeleon.
Wartortle, Mewtwo,
Tentacruel.
Aerodactyl, Almanite,
Look at you.
Slowbro,
Look at you,
Pidgeot,
old
Arbok.
kids.
That's all, folks.
Oliver, we could learn this pretty easily.
With the
Yeah,
Pokemon.
we should have a
24
competition to
Yeah.
see
Do you
who can,
watch
like-
it or do you can't?
No,
do you stop-
I stopped
What?
watching. I didn't watch the Pokemon.
Do you watch the intro?
If we
Yeah, I watched the
if
intro
we
most
watch it
times.
together, we watch it because I always
They,
watch
Yeah.
the
they don't
Pokérap.
show the Pokérap anymore, do they?
That's still good.
and
they?
on the
Oh.
on
Because
On Netflix.
Netflix,
On
it just
Netflix?
skips it.
Yeah,
No.
it's on there.
every time I'm watching it on Netflix, it skips once the Pokérap.
It's not on the DVD sets I have, but it's on Netflix.
Oh,
You should
Wow, Dennis.
you should
has been
cash in
watching
your
the full
DVD
episode.
sets. They're useless.
yeah.
But yeah, I always
Pokérap.
watch it so that, like I can like learn it.
Yeah.
You
like,
wanna learn it.
subconsciously.
I've been
learn
trying to learn it for like 3 years. I have the first 3 verses down, and then the other.
Yeah.
Three
I know
I
the
patched up.
opening line. I want to be the best that ever was.
Actually, I have a
Be
question.
the
It's not.
best. Something that's my
So,
goal.
The rapper guy who sings
Is that
it,
it?
he's
Oh,
like,
yes.
It's the same
you
guy who
guys
did the
sing
Ghostbusters
along
thing.
with me, and
Mhm.
I'll do the hard part. What's
Yeah.
the hard
What's the
part?
hard-
Rapping the
The
Pokemon.
rap is the hard part.
And
No,
the
they're
s-
they're two guys.
Yeah, they're two different guys.
I know, but like one
Yeah.
of the guys is like, you sing along, I'll do the
You
hard
keep doing
part."
singing. I'll do
He doesn't.
the hard
He
part.
doesn't
Yeah,
tell
good.
the audience to sing along. He tells the other.
The other dude to
dude
sing.
to sing.
Maybe they're tricking the
I
audience.
always
like
into
thought he
thinking
was
he's like
talking to the
beatboxing.
audience.
No, it's the other guy. That's the. So
Yeah.
one guy's singing the
Oh.
choruses, and then the other guy's.
I always
rapping
thought they were
the Pokemon.
talking to
Yeah, I was
me.
about to say, I always thought they're talking
Have you
to
guys
me.
heard the other Pokérap for the Johto Pokemon?
Yeah.
There's a
No.
Pokérap
Oh my
too.
God.
It's bad.
No, there are more. They did one.
They get worse
Weird
and
Al
worse.
did one for like.
Really?
Wow, I love Weird Al.
It was
Yeah.
like not great. It
Weird
was
Al
like
was
everybody
hilarious.
do that
Shit.
Pokemon or something.
Sounds
like
great.
that.
Sounds like a Canadian from South Park.
Did you see Ryan David Gilbert?
That's just
I
3
don't know who
first
that
names.
is.
You just listed 3 people.
No, this
Whose name is what is it? Ryan David Gilbert.
Ryan
That's just
David-
3 first
You
names.
can't say a name like
Ryan-
that. And just like as like we know who it is.
Yeah.
Ryan David Gilbert
Yeah, Ryan David Gilbert.
is a
You
national
gotta change your middle name now.
treasure
broke
in
me.
America. Like he's like, I think his name
That's
is
hilarious.
Ryan David Gilbert. And he tried to figure out
Who names their child?
3 first names.
to everyone in the audience that has 3 first names as their
the
name,
fuck's wrong with you?
We apologize.
You're not
Yeah.
wanted here.
Oh
We
my God.
please expect an apology statement in our next
Next
episode.
Yeah, next episode.
We just like keep apologizing in each episode.
Yeah.
Well,
I
there's
guess because like everyone has at least probably like I've got 2 first names.
I'm actually
Right. So do I. But my last name's not a first name.
What?
Oliver George.
Don't give your
Well,
full
you just
name
want to
now.
give
People
away
will
a name.
find
Now
you.
people will
Ah,
dox you and you
I
get
didn't
swatted.
say my last name. But...
I live with you. I don't
We've
want people to know that
literally
information.
told people what our Instagrams are in the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
episode.
literally,
I think
yeah.
we know
I
that.
didn't have one by then, so I'm fine.
Yeah, but like, what if we get clout and want to act like we know
What
nobody?
get Clout. Why would we want to act like that? Like we
The
don't
problem
know.
No,
with
don't you know
Clout always
don't you know
reminds me
the
of
Vine?
No.
that
He's like,
American
I want to
Gods
get famous
monologue
and
that
act like I
Dennis
don't know
did.
nobody.
What were you saying, Logan?
Clout reminds me you before you joined that theater.
Oh, I
company.
did a monologue
Yeah.
from
American-
Angels in America,
Angels in
where I played like this really like racist.
It's a real
Doctor?
person.
Yeah, a
it's
real person. What was his
I
name?
forget. It's Roy something.
Roy Cohn.
Roy Cohn.
That's it.
Michael,
A real.
I think Michael Cohn's father.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
another-
He was Trump's
Interesting.
former attorney.
Oh,
who
that
got
doesn't
done
surprise
for,
me at all.
Yeah, who got done for
So Roy.
hush payment for
yeah.
Stormy Daniels.
Okay.
I just dropped a porn star name on our podcast.
No, I
I
know.
would have expected that.
Do not Google that person.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
videos
you
ain't
probably
that
just
good.
get like news articles, maybe. But yeah.
Videos.
So,
ain't that great.
Oh my god.
So,
Harry.
so maybe we should
Harry
like.
had a long 4 weeks.
Yeah. This is like pent up podcast energy, I think,
I'm
because we
just
spent
so,
like 2 weeks.
So tired.
Not
Oh,
because.
Oh,
Harry's
bad
had a long
porn
day.
video.
Yes.
I apologize. on behalf
Oh,
of
in other
today.
news, like I'm ready to graduate this year, I guess.
What? We're still talking about the episode.
Are we
I'm
really?
sorry.
This episode
No,
is
but,
just.
like,
we talked about
Are
it.
we
Ash,
all graduating
like,
this year?
Ash catches
Yeah.
Primeape. Primeape
Maybe, I
punches
guess.
Ash. That's the
Yeah.
episode.
Actually,
really.
okay. I'll
sorry,
link-
sorry, dude.
No, I
This is
can
good.
link. I can link this because,
Yeah,
like,
link it up.
we're trying to make it as as people in the world
Yes.
in chosen
Yes, we are.
professions or like any professions.
Yeah, for some reason
And-
we decided to make a Pokemon podcast.
Hey,
and
we're gonna
trying to-
make it.
We're gonna be
I'm
the
gonna
best.
Make it. What's that from?
I want to be the very
After
best.
all.
It's from Laverne and Shirley or something.
18.
Or like some sort of pod
What did you just
sitcom.
say, Harry?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You
said
I said the first word, and then me and Oliver just broke.
Should we
Anyway,
do-
sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
I was trying to make like a serious like.
Go, dude.
You were just going to relate us trying to do this to Ash trying to become Pokemon
Well, yeah,
Master?
I'm just saying.
We need to
Ash-
go through the abuse that Ash went through.
Okay, Oliver,
So-
come here.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Ash,
Actually, Oliver was severely bullied by his friends in high school.
yeah. You know when I first met, when I
No, I
first
was not
met,
severely
when I
bullied. We all
first met
bully
you
each other,
two,
to
you
be
were
fair.
like being very mean to Oliver.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta keep me in my place.
Oh my. Okay. Oh,
Those were yes.
I'm Primeape.
Ah.
And
Oliver's Ash.
Actually, Oliver's Ash's hat. Like, Oliver is like,
what? So you just put him on your head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen
Why
it.
am I like being okay with this? Why am I just being like, yeah?
Because
You've accepted your place.
Because
Years and years of-
conditioning.
yeah,
Conditioning.
years and years of
no,
conditioning.
but Oliver's friends used to spoil movies for him before
Oh,
he'd go see
yeah.
it.
Oh
all
my
the time.
god.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah, that
mean.
would
Yeah.
happen.
It is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember like
If anyone's listening, you don't need that in your life. Or maybe you do, and you can be like.
I remember
Oliver,
I said
guess.
I said to one of my friends, I was like, "Oh, I've started watching Game of Thrones," and they immediately just listed off every name. Of,
Oh
like,
my
everyone
God.
Say
died.
some names.
no. Sometimes I do that as a joke. Were they like?
No,
joke-
they were legit. They were
Oh,
just listing off.
That's so bad.
Yeah, but yeah, you can tell like when your friends would be
Yeah,
joking
it wasn't
about
like
it.
joking. It was just like it's like
Yeah.
they were just like boom, boom.
Oh, well, that's.
Anyway, good times. I'm surrounded by great friends
Yeah.
right now.
Should we
so-
do
Well, I
nice.
haven't gone to my point.
But we can't.
Okay.
We got time. We
So-
barely talked about this episode.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah,
fair.
but this has been quite long.
Yeah.
Well, my point
You're
is
wrong.
that, especially with social media and stuff, we only see everyone's achievements, or we see what people are doing. We never see like people, let's say, failing or falling behind,
Fuck, that's deep.
or trying, not getting where they want to be, and like it's
Preach it.
natural and perfectly normal, and it's a part of life
To be abused, yes.
No, not to be abused. It's to fall behind, or to feel like you're falling
Yeah.
behind, or to feel like you're not doing enough. And it's just something good to remember, like that what you've got
That's part
is,
of life.
is that what you've
like
got
saying,
is an
yeah, man.
achievement,
for each time you get knocked down, you will get back up.
Yeah.
I get knocked
sure.
down.
And I get up again.
And nothing.
I'll drink to that.
A whiskey drink, a lager
And
drink.
yeah,
vodka
and
drink,
it's just like
cider drink.
just don't, you know,
Yes,
like
Dennis.
it's perfectly normal. I mean, and then again, it is perfectly normal to feel like, you know, like to compare because it is a subconscious thing like Ash does. It's just how we deal with that kind of
Yeah.
emotional feeling and like maybe being constructive, but also realizing that, you know, like, you know, not putting your current achievements on the back burner just because you feel like you haven't like done something good is
Yeah,
what
it's damn right.
yeah.
You know, no matter where you are at life, one day you'll eventually reach something that you're going to be super stoked about and that you finally got there. And it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Don't stop believing.
You will get
Hold
there
on to that
eventually.
feeling.
Dexter's,
Oh my
we
gosh, I
believe in
saw
you,
like a
every single one
Glee-
of you.
I saw like a Glee fan like alternate ending and it like made me tear up because it was so good.
Just gotta make sure I haven't have
Um,
anything else to quickly talk
I
about.
was gonna go off that.
Go off,
Uh,
sis.
Something that is good that a lot of people kind of it's like easy to forget is like boosting when you do something good or like there is something really good happening to like boost yourself up because of that.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
a stupid point.
So it's like
And
because like people like you know you feel down when the negatives happen,
love you.
but it's important when the positives happen to like
Yeah.
you know
So,
celebrate
like, for
and
so like I graduated and
Yeah.
going back to that.
Well, you
not
haven't graduated, but you
I
finished your last
yeah,
course.
I finished.
I've graduated
everything.
this year.
Yeah.
Harry.
So yay.
Yay.
And it's just like it's taken a while and but it's happened.
Yeah, good on you,
And
Dennis.
So it's
We
a
got
thing.
there. You got there.
We did.
Everyone will get there eventually.
Yeah.
Take
So
your time.
any Dexters out there, believe in yourself.
Yeah, man. We're now a motivational speaking channel.
Yeah.
That's what we're for.
We might be,
Yeah.
you know.
And just my last. If we do final thoughts, I can go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Yep,
one
final
thing
thoughts.
that
Yeah,
we
that's
didn't.
about...
One thing that we didn't say in the episode was how sick the battle was when Ash was throwing out Charmander and stuff. At one point, he has 2 Pokeballs in his hand,
Mhm.
like one that.
Or 3 if you're me.
My damn
Like,
nice,
one
Dennis.
Good
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah,
Good
that's
sir.
Thank you, a little
Good
call
sir.
back there.
One like for the Pokemon that's battling and one for
Uh-huh.
the next one he's going to throw out. Like there's a shot of him with
Oh
both,
yeah.
and it's sick.
This is like the first battle that Ash actually like swaps out his Pokemon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Does
he's
it-
actually being
yeah,
tactical.
It was sick. But yeah, there's my final thought. Not much happens.
Yeah. My final
Primeape's cool.
my final thought was I was like surprised about how Mankey was like such
Are
a
you sorry?
face. He was like Mankey. What? That was how
yeah,
you say
he
it.
said it alright. He said it.
Mankey is like a face hugger. He's like he's just
Like,
like.
a
Alien.
face hugger from
Do you remember glomping? Do you remember
I've
glomping?
never heard of that in my life.
That
Glomping.
sounds
it's
kind of.
it's an it was on not on it was on like the other forums, not the Pokemon forums.
The forums.
The other forums. So
Yeah.
what kind of forums?
The like Guy Online. This is a whole other
Guy
thing.
What's the
Online.
forum then?
It used to be. Oh my god, Guy Online used to be like
Dennis, what's the forum?
what?
What forum was
It's
it?
called
Guy
Guy
Online.
Oh, that's what. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying a guy online was saying.
Oh, a Guy Online
yeah.
that I was talking to. And so what?
Sorry, carry on.
And
Carry on.
he
So there is a guy.
Yeah, and then that was like where a lot of like early like teen like culture was. It was like Glumping, Lolzors, the O'Reilly Owl. This is all foreign to you, isn't it?
What?
Wow, you're
yeah.
There was like this meme. This is gonna show like of how like how much memes have like
There was memes
evolved.
back in the 60s.
Well,
Alright,
yes,
for all
there
the
were.
viewers out there, just Dennis is 60.
Don't say my
Yeah, you don't want to.
don't say my age,
You're
please.
60.
Don't date me. I need to say
Yes.
You're kind of dating yourself right
Don't
now.
date me. What a
That's-
statement.
Hey, it's really working.
Continue
your point.
So anyway, Mankey was a facehugger in this episode, and I thought that was.
What does that mean? Did
Oh,
you
he was
explain
glomping.
yourself?
Oh yeah,
You still
glomping.
haven't- yeah, what is it? What is it?
Glomping. So like when you like you jump on a hug someone, that's a glomp.
What?
I think
That's
it's
cute.
called
I
a
like
jump
that.
hug, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, but
hugging
it's-
someone.
it's a
No, I
glomp.
like that. That's a nice name. Yeah.
Well, that's
I like how you're thrusting
No.
your hands
Yeah.
as you say
no,
glomp.
because
Yeah.
I'm like
When you
I'm
glomp, you don't do that, Dennis.
I'm just like adjusting my like seat position because I
Yeah,
want
that's a good save.
No, I'm
there.
trying to
That's
like
what-
this is what you do. You glomp, right? You glomp on someone.
How often are you glomping on people?
Not often.
I'll give my final thoughts on this
Okay.
Pokemon episode.
Yep.
So what did they have to do with Mankey?
Because Mankey does it in the episode. Mankey
He
glomps.
glomps on the hat.
Pay attention, Oliver. Do you want me
Okay,
to? I'm gonna take this back.
Final thoughts. Yeah, Dennis really summed it up right at the beginning. It's an episode that nothing happens, but a lot happens. Ash catches a new Pokemon, which is always important, but that's literally it. And they see the skyline of Celadon City.
What?
That's
Celadon City.
I just had a mini stroke.
Settle on.
That's gonna go in the the hallmark with like cylindrical.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Although Celadon City,
What'd you say? Celadon.
I just stumbled.
Yeah.
I had a tiny stroke.
It's okay. It happens to the best
A
of us.
conniption, if you will.
Ablution.
A conniption. Callbacks.
Yeah, it was fun. Oliver.
I just remembered there was a point I wanted to bring up.
Late now.
But yeah,
Go ahead.
We don't need to
Yeah.
discuss it, but like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
think about it. Where was Oak in the very beginning? He was just like in like a dojo.
Well, I think
Probably
he's
His
like,
house.
yeah, he
No,
has
he's,
like,
cool,
he has like a.
out.
He's allowed to have a
But
cool
we haven't
house.
seen it
Well,
before.
Oak has like he's like got a
seen his
huge
house.
property, right? So he
Yeah,
probably
inside
has
his
like,
house.
Yeah.
he probably has like a Japanese style house.
Yeah,
He's a rich old man.
We saw like the outside area, and I was like, beautiful. Like,
He's
Yeah.
the only professor in Kanto, you know.
That's true.
He has a
His,
I
Using Krabby as a servant was interesting.
it was interesting.
I know they're friends.
Not eating him.
Yeah. Oh, that just reminded me. In the Japanese versions of the Pokemon episodes, I think for the longest time, I'm not sure if they do it in the. I remember during Diamond and Pearl, Oak would like.
Goodbye to me.
What?
What?
What is happening? What are you doing?
Music left and right.
Yeah.
Asking
What is happening? What are you?
I'm so inspired by you.
That hasn't happened for
For the
the
longest time.
Whoa!
For the longest, for the
longest time. Whoa.
For the longest.
What?
If
That voice you're hearing in the hall.
So this was the last episode of the Dexperience. We really
wait, hold on,
appreciate
hold on.
everyone.
I haven't given my final thoughts. It's my final thoughts.
Sorry, you
No, you just broke into song. You just broke into song.
because you said for the
Without
longest time.
Dennis.
Yeah,
Oh,
final
because I
thought.
said for the longest time.
Whoa!
No! Okay.
Oliver, final
No, I
thoughts.
was trying to say about
was a
Professor Oak. He gave
Okay,
at the
episode.
end of an episode, he like will say a poem in the Japanese version that is cut from the American versions, and they did it up to like Diamond and Pearl or even Black and White or whatever.
How much time did they do it for?
They
Like,
did
what-
it for years.
Like, how, what
There
would
was-
you like
there
call
were-
that?
There was so much
An amount of
animation that
time.
wasn't shown in the like English version. It was like just
So
Professor.
the Japanese episode's longer.
Yes, because the
Stop
openings,
you again.
the opening's longer, and they do a preview, and the ending's longer, and it's like an original song. It's not the opening song again. So there's like so much like original animation that's not shown in the
I should
English
watch the
version.
Japanese episode.
You
Oliver?
should watch the openings
I
because they're
should-
quite good. They're like music videos.
Who's your unsung heroes for this week?
Unsung hero for the week goes out to Timpole. Not enough credit is given to Timpole, who is the small fish Pokemon, and it evolves into Palpitoad and then Seismitoad.
Keep your head
Head
up,
up, champ.
Timbo.
Keep your head held up high, Timpole, you king.
You haven't got a head.
So that was
Also, I didn't. My final thought was that it was an okay episode.
That was episode 24.
Was it really?
Primeape Goes
Was
Bananas.
it, was it really?
Uh,
You just
And
talked shit for an hour.
great.
thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
If you're listening during the day, I hope you have the good rest of your day. And if you're listening in the evening,
Fuck.
have a good night.
Have a good
And if
night.
you're having instant noodles, put some veggies or some eggs. Just bolster it up, because if you're just having like plain noodles and you're not like having the nutrients, and you just
Don't-
Are you
need.
telling people off?
I'm just saying you need nutrients, and it's
Dennis,
a,
you know
it's
who-
a
you know
fun,
who says-
easy way
you know
to
who
spruce
says
up a
things
meal.
like this are people who are not boss ass bitches.
Actually, I got one last thing. Okay,
Oh,
guys.
All right.
So Brock says, "Oh, if you look Mankey in the eyes, he'll chase you forever." So Harry and Dennis, do you wish someone would do that with you guys?
Oh, low blow, Logan.
Oh.
Low. All right, see you, Dexter.
Oh, can I just say?
That was such a fun episode.
Can I? Can I just say this episode,
It's
this
gold.
this podcast episode has just been all over the shop.
'Cause
What's
it was-
going on?
Yeah,
There
we should-
wasn't as
yeah.
much to talk
Yeah,
about.
it
in
was
this
all
episode.
right.
Honestly, guys, if you like the new format, tell us.
What format?
What?
There wasn't a
The
format.
problem,
Exactly.
the problem with this episode is that, like,
It was
I would
nothing.
argue that there weren't even like the strong themes that Pokemon's known for. Like,
Yeah, it was a weak episode.
like
really.
literally nothing. Like actually, because the next episode even. There's a flashback to this episode.
Yeah.
They could have just included that flashback of Ash catching Mankey and the way he does in that flashback, and you wouldn't have to watch this episode.
I guess you could
Yeah.
say this episode was kind of like maybe like a bottle episode, even though I don't.
Yeah,
think
you
it
could watch
was.
this without watching the rest of it.
Well,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah, like if you just
a
knew
bit
that
like the
Ash
whole
caught.
Sabrina arc.
Yeah.
You could just
Yeah.
skip that.
Okay, let's not say things that will regret.
Yeah.
But basically, you know, some in anime, there are some episodes that they have to like maybe cheap out a bit more on, or like spend less time on, just so that like they can spend more
that's
time.
Or they have to do like clip shows.
Yeah.
where they just like
Yeah.
show.
Or-
That's
yeah.
sad.
And like we could have always just put this episode in that episode, but with how it was placed in the series, it couldn't realistically. Which is a
So
shame.
luckily, you guys have
Luckily,
gotten
you
this.
guys
Luckily,
see an
you just-
episode just like this. This may happen again in the future.
So one last time.
Yes, one
If
last
you're
time,
listening
Logan.
during the day, have a good listening
night.
day. If you're listening in the evening, have a good night.
night.
Good night, Dexters.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Holy fuck!
That's fantastic.
What even?
Experience. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes too.
Experience.
Digimon.
Dexperience. If you're watching during the day, have a good day.
Experience.
Have a good night.
Dexperience.
Live your dreams.
Dexperience.
Everything you could want.
Experience.
Everything that you need.
When I was growing up, I
spaghetti
ate
or
heaps of
beans is
2-minute
gross.
noodles, and a thing I would do is I'd take out one really long noodle, and then I'd swallow it, and I'd swallow it down and hold it, and then I'd pull it out.
I feel like so giant.
The fuck are you?
Just
What the hell?
The fuck are you?
Wait, what did you do?
So I used to eat like heaps of 2-minute noodles, right? And just for fun, I'd like pick out one really long noodle, and then I'd like start eating it and swallowing it. I'd swallow the whole noodle, but then hold the tip of it, and then I'd pull it out. Just for fun, just to like be like, oh.
So
Wait,
you'd
from
hold
your
the tip.
throat?
That's just the.
And then
That's
pull
how
out.
you
Yeah,
train
and
your
then,
gag
like-
reflex.
Yeah.
No, it's a 2-minute
That's a
noodle.
He
gift.
was
Like
like, just in
nothing.
case I'm gay, I need to
It'd be
learn
like
how to do
that.
this.
Yeah.
Some teacher's like, Oliver, you gotta prepare. You gotta prepare for the real world.
You gotta be
Yeah.
in the real one.
You never know. You might fall on hard times. You might need to do some gag on
Jesus
films.
Christ. Well, it might make some money.
Yeah, exactly.